I think the Birds Robe anniversary kind of shows were really cool. It was really cool to see Mike curate like some of his favorite bands to just get up there on one night and do their thing, and it brought everyone together, and it showed that everyone is family no matter how popular or how niche you remained. It was probably I think a highlight for Mike is to be able to, after all these years of work, to go, hey, look at what we've achieved, guys. Like, you're all here together now, and you're all amazing. And look at Birds Robe now.
It was the Birds Robe birthday bash. I don't even remember what year this was. 2015?
I loved the birthday show.
Manning Bar, Mikefest gig is one of our favorites. It's one of my favorites.
It was like Mikefest.
Mikefest in Manning Bar.
Yeah, that was a great day. It was a big day.
Yeah.
Everyone played.
Yeah.
And it was everyone played really well.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
It was just everyone just like really celebrating the music. Not specifically Mike, but just like all of the music that everyone had put on, and it was very nice that Mike had gone to the effort of putting it on as well. But yeah,
Huge thing.
Very much stands out to me as a punter. Again, it was coming back to that community, coming back to that family after a number of years being away from for myself personally, being away from Sydney as well. But yeah, being able to reconnect with the musicians, to be able to see them play, to see the community come to life again, which was really special for me.
The people from all over the world flew over and come to watch the proceedings, and there was cake, and I think there was popcorn as well.
There was popcorn, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun night. So wholesome.
What I loved about that show particularly was it felt like the old school Birds Robe shows. I have quite a romantic memory of those early days. Every band you'd meet would be nice to you, and the audiences would stick around and watch, and our audiences would come early or stick around and watch, and it was fantastic. And the 5th anniversary show, was almost like that. It had that vibe again, which was great.
By the time Birds Robe 5th birthday came around, I'd been tagging along and shooting Birds Robe shows for quite a few years. And yeah, when Mike announced he was putting on a one-day show with some of his favourite bands, I was pretty chuffed, and it was an awesome day to be part of. You could see all the appreciation shown by the bands for all the effort that Mike had put in.
The idea for the Birds Robe 5th birthday show was that it was just going to be a celebration of all the bands that we had been working with, try and get them all to play on the same day at Manning Bar, which is, where we'd met a lot of those bands originally, and we'd played so many great shows before. And it also became a bit of a farewell show for Kid from Sleep Makes Waves, who decided that, he'd lived the dream, he'd done kind of everything that he had set out to do, and it was time for him to move on to another phase in his life. So it was a bit of a bittersweet moment, but I was so happy that we got such a great lineup of bands and so many people came out to celebrate. It was just really top to bottom a very special day for me personally, and just an incredible lineup of music.
Hi everyone, my name is Tom Bidditer. I used to play in a band called Sleep Makes Waves, who have the great pleasure of headlining today's Mikefest, aka the Birds Robe 5th anniversary show. Thought I'd take you all on a trip down memory lane, give a bit of insight into how all this thing came about and got started. If you cast your mind back to, what was it now, 2006, 2007, I started Sleep Makes Waves with Alex Wilson, another student here at Sydney Uni at the time, and we went in the Sydney Uni band competition, and one of the other bands that was playing was one of Mike and Alex Tullett's bands, and we would play together, and they'd always mention to us, I was thinking of starting this thing called the Birds Robe Collective. And where we kind of was like, what's this? What's all this about? Etc. etc. But what they were trying to essentially establish was a community for very like-minded musicians that didn't really exist in Sydney at the time. And that was something that was always very interesting to us. So as we went on, we became really good friends and we started playing lots of shows together. And over the years, Birds Robe kind of evolved from just this kind of group of like-minded bands to this entire kind of universe that Sydney really hasn't had before for this style of music, and it expanded and started getting prog bands, post bands, metal bands, electronic bands, all this kind of things, but with a very communal ethos and a like-mindedness that hasn't really been replicated in many of the scenes since. So after 5 years of Birds Robe Records, we come here to celebrate, and I say congratulations, Mazel Tov, as we say in my language, and to 5, 10, 15 and many more years to come.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen! Yeah! Welcome to the Birds Robe 5th birthday party celebrations. I'm going to play a song that is completely about this man, who's one of my heroes and one of my greatest daily inspirations. This is called the Mike Solo Appreciation Song. I know this guy who sets his limits past the sky. My SMW friends and I all agree that without this man, no one would ever hear our bands, because who else would lend their hands the way he does?
This one goes out to a very special man. His name is Mike Solo. We'd like to thank Mike Solo for everything.
I'm Garth from Mish, play second guitars. This is Rolls, founder of Mish.
Hey guys, I'm Rolls from Mish. We're about to release a record in February. Oh, we're about to start recording it. Can we start that again?
Yeah.
Hey, my name's Rolls.
I'm Garth.
Fucking Mish, bringing an album to you in April next year through the Robe Collective. Mikey believed in this band 6 years ago, so now I hope you believe in it as well. The first record concentrated mainly on the conception of birth and something being born, and two of the songs on there were directly relating to being born with your eyes open or your eyes closed, and how terrifying those two experiences could be on two separate degrees. We have two new members as well, and we're gonna rip your fucking eyes open.
At the time, I had a Seams tour booked interstate, so I couldn't actually turn up to the show. Alex Wilson from Sleep Makes Waves played bass on those Captain Kick-Ass records. I played them live, but he played it on the record. So it was like no worries, we'll get Alex to fill in on bass, and you can go do the Seams shows. No worries.
The Sleep Makes Waves connection, the Robe connection, there was a lot of history and a lot of reasons for Alex to play with us at that show, and to put forward the album as it sounded recorded, because everyone brings their own flavor. Alex has got this like mad right hand where he's chuggy and like using a pick.
He's a pick guy.
He's a pick guy.
He's a pick guy. To draw two bass players from such ends of the political bass spectrum. One was a pick guy.
I know.
And one was not.
Seams shows got cancelled. So the first thing I did was go, cool, I want to go to this Robe gig. And then of course, Phil was just like, oh, cool, well, you know, like you can come back on bass. I'm like, no. I want to watch. And it was hilarious because then you've got Alex there playing in Captain Kick-Ass with a giant sim written on his shirt, pointing up to himself. A joke for one, thank you.
You know, one time I went down to see Mike at his place of work where he works as an economist, and he bought me lunch, and I remember that he was eating a chicken salad. And it looked like a really good chicken salad. And Mike likes to eat. And we talked for about 2 hours and he made a lot of analogies about monkeys and bananas. And at the end I thought, my God, that guy takes a really long time to eat.
But as a bit of a peace offering, Alex did wear a t-shirt that he'd written in red text the word Sim.
Yeah, I mean, it was just Sim. He was just playing Sim, who, when Sim was touring, was obviously playing him.
Sim with
it was
a
a very John Malkovich kind of moment,
Yeah.
don't you think? It was very bizarre. It's very postmodern.
What was great was, you know, Alex and I played the exact same parts on the record because, you know, those were the parts that were written. But they sound so different, and the energy of the band is so different when he's in the lineup or when I'm in the lineup. And it was great to witness him in the lineup from an audience member and go, wow, what a different show. And it was great. It's fantastic.
Alex brought, his chugging right hand, that kind of like big center stage. He's center stage with Sleep Makes Waves.
Yeah, that's a good point, yeah.
So there was this real 3 points of focus, throwing all of this music out, throwing all this sound out in probably the most hectic 30 minutes of music we've ever played.
Yeah, nice, totally. And it was at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
It was wild, it was
Yeah.
great.
When we've been playing with Simeon, there's the same kind of thing, but yeah, from the other end of the bass political spectrum.
Yeah.
Center, front guy, no picks in sight, lots and lots of chunky sound effects, and really taking the spotlight. And then because of the history that we'd had as the band without Simeon in it, really enjoying syncing back.
Yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, it's good.
Coming in and out, letting Light and Shade breathe like that. So there's different dynamics with the different bassists, and I think we've been overall pretty lucky to experience that.
I'm Andrew from Salkiri.
Hi, my name's Ryan and I'm also from Salkiri.
Yeah, we've been involved with Birds Robe Records for probably close to 7 years now, and it's hard to think what life would be without Birds Robe for our band, because we'd probably still be looking for gigs in Western Sydney. But now
that the Jolly Frog has burned to the ground, there would be nowhere for us to play gigs if it wasn't for Birds Robe.
So yeah, it's been a great help. Mike's released 2 of our records, travels, toured around the country countless of times, and even this year got the chance to go to Europe, which was a huge milestone for the band.
It's phenomenal going to Europe, yeah.
Yeah, some of our favourite bands that are playing today are Dumb Saint, Sleep Makes Waves, Meniscus, Captain Kick-Ass and the Awesomes, and
I really enjoyed Mish actually.
Yeah, Mish.
I checked them out earlier on.
Toe Hider. So yeah, it's a great label, great bands, and they're all good, nice, friendly people. Mike, he loves a pun. He's very punny in a way.
Yeah.
He is the best. You can't beat him. He will always out-pun you. So if you're going to challenge him to pun off, don't even start. But I think I've got the upper hand on him a couple of times, so I'll take that to the grave. And I think he knows his place on those 2 occasions. So yeah.
at the Birds Robe 5th year anniversary get-together celebration party.
Fun times.
We're both from Dumb Saint,
Yeah.
Mike and myself. I'm James.
Yep.
Anyway,
Oh yeah,
Mike,
you're James. That's right.
I'm James. So how are you having it? How are you having a good time?
How am I having a good time? I'm having a great time.
But how?
By standing here talking to you and enjoying all of these amazing bands.
Who are you looking forward to listening to today?
Well, it was hard to top Captain Kickass's set, I think, but I'm really looking forward to seeing Alex play again. Well, both Alexes play again, actually. So Alex O'Toole in Meniscus and then Alex Wilson in Sleep Makes Waves. It's going to be pretty special. How about you?
A couple of double Alex bills. That's cool. Yeah, well, for me, I'm very keen to see Towhida.
Yep.
You know, catch them for once. And then, you know, Sleep Makes Waves, of course. But, you know, I'm really just happy to be here, soaking in the vibe, drinking beers and hanging out with
Celebrating
people.
everything that is Mike Solo.
Yeah, celebrating Mike Solo. How do you feel about Mike Solo?
Well, you know, he's such a fixture of the Sydney live scene, and I think a lot of people wouldn't have met and come together and be friends without him.
Yep.
So
He's a good
I'm really,
guy.
I'm really grateful, and he's always got time. You know, he's always got time to talk.
He's been
and-
very generous with his time, you know, for our band. He's helped us along a lot. He's offered a lot of good advice, and you know, been very supportive.
And he's done some amazing things, like he's brought so many great international bands here too, and that's only going to get bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
and
he's got plans.
So I'm looking forward to the next Mike Solo gig.
Me
Whether
too.
we're playing or not playing, it's all good.
We'll be there in one form or other.
Yeah.
I think that probably you can use none of that unless you use all of it, you know? We should say something short and sweet, I think.
All right. I'm Michael.
I'm James.
We're from Dumb Saint. And thanks, Mike, for happy birthday. 5th birthday.
Thanks, Mike, for happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. All right, cheers.
Meniscus at the Manning Bar was a pretty amazing experience as well. That was a bit of a religious experience. That was just a wave of like sonic greatness.
Yeah, that was great because it just felt like less of a gig and more just like a celebration. And there were so many bands and so many people that even if you hadn't seen them for 5 years, you're just bumping into them and just having this sort of great catch-up moment with everyone. So that was definitely the immediate highlight. But like,
I mean, Mikefest itself, one of the absolute highlights. I think the set that we saw of Meniscus at Mikefest was one of the defining moments of my musical life. And I still think about those moments regularly, and I am incredibly grateful to have those opportunities. So a huge thank you to Birds Robe, to Mike, to Alex, and to everyone on the roster. You're all incredible.
I loved Towhider's set that night. We actually we were right like in the throng of it, watching it, because obviously again it's a chance to watch Mike play drums. At the time it was anyway, and So yeah, that was always very exciting, and again, Mike Mills's voice. I mean, how could you not want to watch that? You know, Toe Hider were always really intimidating band to have follow you, or follow, or be in the same postcode as.
Sharing this, who would like it when you speak so passionately? Wait, there must be more than this. We tend to tap out momentarily. Every time I cross my eyes, I marvel at the power of the mind's persuasion. How can I not realize when I turn to you?
G'day, babies. We're Reventusk and from Trolldorgan, and we're here at the Birds Robe party, eating a bunch of popcorn, and watching a bunch of bands, and we're here to watch a band called Three Hider, Toe Children, and they're one of our favourite bands in Australia. I want to tell you a little story about our good friend Mike Solo. He eats Maxi Bonds sideways.
I'm flying, Jack! This is going to be our last song, so I'd like to say a thank you to every single band that played with us tonight.
Yeah, give him a massive round. It's been an amazing night of music. And it's incredible to be part of such a wonderful, creative community. You know, I honestly think in our weird little corner of Sydney prog rock, we have the best musicians on the planet. And to all of my buddies and all of our buddies out there in those bands, thank you for making life awesome and being part of this. It's amazing to do all this stuff with you guys. It's incredible. Thank you. And I'd also just like to give my love to Kid one more time. Me and him have been in this band since the beginning for 9 years, and I was thinking that, you know, there have been several moments when we've been in a hotel room or we've been at a show and we're about to do something really cool, and I'm like, man, we did it. We made it this far. And it's going to be Kid's last show in Sydney tonight and his last show in Australia next week, and he won't be there for me to say that to him again. And thank you so much, man. Thank you for being part of the greatest thing I've ever done. Cheers. Whatever happens, it won't be the same without you.
Family actually brought some cakes across, and you know, we sang a happy birthday to Birds Robe and myself because my birthday's in December too. So yeah, it was really nice to feel the love in the room for the artists and Birds Robe, and I do really appreciate it when, you know, people take the time to throw some kind words my way. So yeah, I'm glad that I did that.
Some vintage Black Soul.